It's a hot summer's day, and I have a lot of fruit to use. There's strawberries, peaches, blueberries, and a lot more. I know. I'm going to make a white wine summer fruit sangria and serve it 3 different ways. Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode of Let's Celebrate TV. I'm your host, Peter Lee. On this channel, we teach you all about celebrating. We share recipes for food, hors d'oeuvres, cocktails, and we share entertaining tips too. Now we try and keep everything as simple as possible, especially for those of you out there who say that you just can't cook or entertain, because we know that you really can. So if you like this episode, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and watch a new episode every single week. Now here we are, it's the dog days of summer, it's hot outside, we're in the middle of a heat wave, and our celebration today needs to begin with something fresh and refreshing. So we're making sangria. In fact, we're making a white sangria, and it's very easy, so let's get started. I have a nice big pitcher to start with. We're going to make it all in one big batch. Now, sangria is wine that's fortified with fruits. So the wine flavors the fruit and the fruit flavors the wine, and you get this wonderful, refreshing combination. I have a selection of some fresh fruits because it's summertime. I have some berries and peaches and oranges. So let's just get started. This goes fast. First, some oranges. We're going to put a few right in the pitcher. Now, all I did with these is, this is one whole large orange. I just cut them up into rough pieces, kind of quartered the slices. Really, really simple. Next is some strawberries. Again, right in. And these are just, again, quartered roughly. You don't have to be chefy, it does it all on its own. Apples. Apples are going to add a little tartness and a little freshness. And same thing, all I did with these fruits is I just roughly chopped them. You could do slices if you wanted. I like the smaller pieces. Peaches. It's summertime. Gotta have peaches. And these were gorgeous Jersey peaches that I was able to get. I'm just putting these right in. And finally, we're in New Jersey, so blueberries. New Jersey produces a lot of blueberries. And of course, I just wash these off, and in they go. Now that's beautiful looking to start right there. Now, a lot of times, sangria is more than just wine and fruit, and that's how I make mine. I'm going to add about 1 ounce of Cointreau. Cointreau is an orange flavored liqueur. Now, if you don't have Cointreau, you can use triple sec. You can use Grand Marnier, which is an orange liqueur with a little cognac mixed into it. It'll make a little more complex flavor. But this is going to just add some more fruit flavor and bring it all together. Now I'm just going to it's about 1 ounce. A little slosh. You don't need much at all. Now for the wine. This is a chance. We can use a nice big bottle. You don't have to spend a lot of money. I am using a Sauvignon Blanc, which is a dry white wine. You could use a dry Pinot Grigio or some other dry white wine. Now, I like the dry wines because it matches well with the fruit. If you use a sweet wine, it's going to overpower the fruit and you won't taste anything. But the dry wines and the fruit mix really well together. Now, you don't have to spend a lot of money, but use a wine that you would drink on its own. And we're just going to pour this right in. I love that sound. Whole entire bottle. Now, grab a little spoon. We're going to give this just a little stir. Get all those fruits mixed up. Look how gorgeous is that. Now this is not quite ready to drink, although I want to. This is going to go sit in the fridge for about 4 hours, and then it'll be ready to drink. It's been 4 hours, and here we are. Here's our sangria out of the fridge, and doesn't it look lovely? We give it a little stir. Just one more quick little mixy. And then we're going to taste it. All right, now I have a nice glass, but you know, this isn't gonna cut it. This is a lovely little wine glass, but you really want something a little larger. I know. This is a proper glass. If you don't have a nice big glass like this, you can use a goblet or a big tumbler or a big Collins glass, but you want a larger glass. So first, we're gonna have little ice cubes. Just a few. We want this nice and cold. And it is nice and cold, but on a summer's day, you want it refreshing. Now some of that lovely fruit. And just get as much as you can. It's all mixed up. It's fine if you don't get everything, but you want a nice little selection in there. And now some of the wine. Now let's give it a little taste. That's really good. It's bright, and the fruit has just made it complex and it's refreshing. But I've got a couple other ways we can serve this. This is a standard over ice. Let's put this aside. Get another glass. Maybe I don't want the ice to melt and dilute it, so I'm going to use some frozen grapes. These are just seedless green grapes that I took off the stem and washed and put in the freezer. That's going to add even more fruit, and these are just delicious. So now we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to put some of this lovely fruit in. And now some of this wine. Let's, for prettiness sake, put a little. There we go. How lovely is that? Now I have to taste this one too, because this is what I do for you, my viewers, my loyal friends. I just love it. Now there's one last try. We're going to make a spritzer. And this is fun. One more big glass. You can do ice cubes, you can do frozen grapes. Let's use more of the frozen grapes. What the heck? Again, right in the bottom. And we're going to get some of this fruit. You know, this fruit has been sitting in here, and it's called macerating is what it's doing, and it's just soaking up all that wine, and it's giving its fruitiness back to the wine. I'm going to top this off, fill it up. And now we're going to top this off with a little seltzer, where you can use club soda or you can use ginger ale, but since I want this to be dry, I'm going to use seltzer today. And you just add just a little bit of seltzer right on top, and it gets all nice and bubbly and refreshing. That's quite nice with the bubbles. It just gives an extra little lift. So as always, I'm going to have this recipe up on YouTube, just like we always do, and we'll have it up on Facebook. And I want you to make sangria, and I want you to enjoy it responsibly. But make it, send us pictures, tell us what fruits you put into it, because you can put any type of fruit you want. So we will see you next Tuesday at 7 p.m. And you, as always, you guys are invited to come on over, come on in, and let's celebrate. Cheers.